So we're going to start with some breaking news out of Germany. The first ever conviction for crimes against humanity for a former Syrian government official. A German court has sentenced Anwar Raslan to life in prison. He was head of an intelligence office in a Damascus detention centre. Prosecutors say that is where he oversaw the killing of 58 people and the torture of 4,000 others. This was in 2011-2012. Raslan's trial began 2 years ago after he defected and sought asylum in Germany. With us from Brussels to talk about this, Witte, who is a senior policy officer at the Open Society Justice Initiative. Let's just talk about the verdict first of all. The fact that, and it sounds trite, but it does bring some level of accountability, or at least the start of some level of accountability.
It does, and for some victims of systematic torture in Bashar al-Assad's Syria, this will bring some measure of justice, some measure of solace. So
let's go through the process of how this became a German trial. I mentioned there before that he defected and sought asylum in Germany.
He did, and Germany has the ability to prosecute crimes against humanity and war crimes that happen outside of its territory under the principle of universal jurisdiction, it's called.
Is that a uniquely German thing? Sorry to interrupt you, just quickly.
It's not uniquely German, but Germany has really been leading the way in exercising universal jurisdiction. There have been other cases in France, Sweden, and the Netherlands.
Gotcha. Okay, sorry to interrupt you. Carry on with what you were saying.
No, so the information came to the attention of the authorities. Anwar Raslan was recognized by some of the victims of torture at Branch 251, where he led intelligence operations and really oversaw the regime of torture in that intelligence branch. And once that information was brought to the authorities, there was a tremendous effort by Syrian activists and civil society to collect information and bring that to prosecutors with the help of some international NGOs. And this trial really validates those efforts over several years now to hold one, well, really the most senior official to date from the government of Bashar al-Assad to account for the torture of over 4,000 people.
Gosh. Are there others in the sights of the court as well?
There are other complaints in Germany, and there are other cases in development in other countries, you know, for different crimes. Some of those cases also relate to the systematic torture in detention facilities. Some relate to chemical weapons use, sexual violence, and other crimes.
Witte, really appreciate your time today. A fast-moving story, or breaking story. Glad you could join us for that.
Thank you so much.